Hello, my valuable friends. Welcome back. I'm Tativik, and today we're going to discuss very interesting and deep topic. Are men supposed to be providers? Do men need to provide? Or in other words, you know that question like, is there a rule that men has to be a provider, men has to pay? And I know that a lot of you have this question very often in your mind, and there is this big should or must, and I want you to understand once for all the real answer to this question, and we're going to discuss that in depth. And trust me, you will see that actually the world is way richer, the way deeper than we ever think, because sometimes we do not think about any subject deep enough. Before I start, just want to tell you that I do one-to-one consultation. You can book online courses, read my book, or purchase any other products that I sell on my website, or donate with the links below. Now let's start. First, I want you to understand that there is nothing in the world that anyone owes to anyone else. We do not owe anyone respect. We do not owe anyone any material well-beings. We do not owe anything to anyone. So for you to ask that question, he must provide, he should pay, he needs to take care of me, that's not a really very aware type of a question. That is a very low consciousness. I will never go to the relationship and say, you must provide. I don't need to say that. Because you look at me, you already know that you need to provide for me. I don't need to tell you that you must provide for me. He can see that he needs to provide for me. He can see I'm a woman, I'm a beautiful woman. I have very high value and high quality in myself. High value is not just like a price, because a human cannot have a price. Value means it is valuable. It needs to be cherished. It needs to be looked after. Diamond is valuable. We're not just looking at because diamond is always very expensive. It has value, and the value of the diamond doesn't decrease. Quite contrary, it increases. The same is like with the gold. When you look at it, when you buy gold, you can always resell it. Same is with this investment. You can always resell it. The value doesn't go down. Can have some inflation, can have some market problem, the economical crisis, of course, but in general, if we're looking, woman's value will never decrease. Especially nowadays, a real woman's value is so high that men cannot find this woman. That is incredibly expensive. And I want you to understand, women are not objects. I want you to understand that nobody owes anything to anyone. You do not owe your body because somebody bought you a meal. You do not owe your attention or to caress or kiss somebody because somebody took you out. You do not owe anything to anyone that took you out or is interested in you or is getting to know you. You do not owe anything to anyone. This is the biggest truth that I want you to understand today as a woman, if you're watching as a woman, and as a man, if you're watching as a man. You do not owe anything to anyone. You owe only things to yourself. You're responsible for your own health. You're responsible for your own well-being. You're responsible to have a roof over your head, to have meal on your table. You are responsible only for yourself. Now, I want you to understand, if you do not owe anything to anyone, how can somebody tell that you must do something for them? They can't. It's very easy. When you start understanding that we are actually running as programmed robots, we ask, you must provide, or he says, oh, you must be intimate with me. You don't need to provide, she doesn't need to be intimate with you. Relax. Relax. Stop putting demands towards each other. I always said when I went on a date, you don't owe me anything. If you want to treat me, if you want to take me out, if you want to bring a gift, if you want to buy me flowers, that will make me so happy. I will feel so special. If you want. My key word was if you want, which means I give him complete freedom. I give him the choice to please me. I give him freedom to take me out. I give him this opportunity to choose me, to do things for me, to give to me because he wants. Not because I'm standing there as an officer in a prison and hitting him. You must provide. Don't you see I'm high value woman? I, in my entire life, never said to any man, I'm a high value woman. I never said that sentence. It's different when I'm trying to explain things in my channel and I use the terminology that people are using nowadays, the one that you understand, to make you understand my point. But I would never date a man and say to him, I'm a high value woman. I'm a high value Bentley. He knows Bentley is high value. That is even funny to say. You go to the dealership and you say, I would like to buy an expensive Rolls Royce. They'll laugh at you. They'll say, Rolls Royce is expensive. You don't need to put expensive before our brand. You go to the Chanel store and you say, I want to buy high value Chanel bag. Chanel bag already is valuable. They will laugh at you. The same thing is you doing to yourself as a woman, especially when you say, I'm high value, I'm high quality, I'm high caliber woman. You never say those kind of things to the men. That immediately shows lack of self-esteem. You see, you don't say high value diamond. Diamond is already valuable. You don't need to put those words before that. So I want you to learn that nobody owes you anything and you do not owe anything to anyone. So stop pressuring men that you must provide, you must pay for me, you must take me out. Nobody needs to do anything for you. When you will realize this first step, the whole thing will change. Your paradise that you want to create will actually start being existing in your world. Because you see, the thing is, I believe that we create our own paradise and we create our own hell. So if you are believing that a complete stranger that who just is trying to get to know you owes you something, you're highly mistaken, because that person will run away from you because he doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't even owe you his time. He's giving for free. He's sharing his time with you to get to know you. So a lot of times when women put all these requirements, you need to take me shopping, all these things, you actually push the men away. So number one, understand no person owes you anything and you do not owe anything to anyone as well. Number two, I want you to make a decision, research, and kind of choose what type of men you want to marry if you're a woman. And the same if you're a man, what type of woman you would like to marry. As a woman, for us, it's very important for men to be financially stable, not because we are rushing to get just a success, but we are women and we are vulnerable. One day we will be pregnant and we cannot move. We need somebody to take care of us. We need somebody to actually pay the bills because we're not going to be able to work. And it is so sad to see that women are pregnant and they're working. I cannot believe this is happening. So as a woman, you need to choose what type of a man you want. So I want a provider and protector man who progresses us in a relationship, who leads me and I follow, who is my hero, who is there for me. I do not now force every single man to fit my category, because not every single man is going to fit my category. By the percentage wise, providers, protectors, progressors, leaders, real masculine traditional men are not too many. And the same is with women, they're not too many. So I need to understand, okay, this is the type of a man I want. And the thing is, when you make this decision, I want you to not stray. Women sometimes say, I want to provide a man, and they settle down and go on a date with these low-class men who are students who do not even have money, and they're not guilty. If he's 23, he cannot give you the lifestyle you want. He can't buy you a car. He doesn't even have a driver's license himself. We women need to know, if this is the man I choose, I want to date only businessmen, I want to date only high-rank executives, I want to date only millionaires, whatever your cause is, you decide. Nobody else can decide for you. If you made a decision, I want to date only businessmen, then what type of men, what type of women these businessmen want? Okay, we're talking about looks. We're going to talk about women who can control their emotions. We're going to talk about a little submissive women, not to be controlled by, but to trust men to lead them. Submission means I trust you to take care of me. Now you can lead. I will follow because I'm safe and I trust in you. Now, when you understand this is the type of a man you are going to want to have in your life, this is the man you want, this is the man you want to attract in your life and get married with, you also understand what type of woman you need to become to get magnetically drawn to him so he can actually be attracted to you, and of course you want to make sure he's naturally attracted to you because you have all the qualities he wants. After you understand what you're looking for and what you need to do to get what you're looking for, you need to stick with your decision. This is the biggest mistake I see women doing in all ages. They decide and then tomorrow I'm doing this different. They want to be a wife and dressing like, not wife material. Stick to your decision when you chose the man. And now the third, which is the most, I would say, vulnerable part in this video, is you have to let go of that strong control that you have, trying to convince everybody that you are worth it. You are trying to make all the excuses for people who do not belong in your radar. They should not be in your radar. You should not date them. You are trying to explain yourself, what you want, what you desire. I want you to completely let things go. Be a light angel. As a woman, this is a very vulnerable subject because when we feel that we cannot control things, we become very stressed, we become more masculine, we become more dominant, more aggressive, and we become louder. You see, the thing is, when you stop controlling things, that's when the real magic comes, because I do not need to control anything in my life. God takes care of me. He protects me. My family loves me. My friends, I go have fun with them. My man takes care of me. If I don't have a man, I will attract the man who will take care of me. I love myself. I take care of myself. Even if I don't have a single soul in a city where I live, I don't have any single friend, I'm responsible for myself. I love me. I take care of myself. I cherish myself. And this is the last part where I'm saying you need to let go of this control, this obsessive need to make every man to be your man. You meet a man, he doesn't qualify, the height is not right, the look is not right, nationality is not right, the race is not right, the religion is not right, the income is not right, the job is not right, nothing is right, and you cling to him to have him. I want you to understand, if he's not matching any of your requirements, leave that man go. He's meant not for you. He's somebody else's man. This is a very deep philosophical thought, I think, we need to discover in ourselves, that sometimes when you are rushing after a man who is not yours, you are actually stealing him from somebody else. And if somebody else is doing the same to your man, basically you will never meet. That's why I say to you, I have never been this on ease. Like a lot of people say to me, how can you just let it go, man, so easily? It's because I know if he's not my man, I can't hold him because he might be your man. He might be her man. I want to release this man so he can go and he can find you or her. And the same, I want you to release the man that is mine or that is this girl's. You see, the thing is, we need to release men and let it go. If the man doesn't qualify your, some values that you have, that you want a man to have, let him go. If I want a traditional man who will be head of the family, who will make sure that he provides and protects, a man is saying, I don't believe in that. I believe in equality. I believe in equal gender roles. Then he's not for me. You see, if I'm traditional and I'm looking for a traditional man who will provide and protect and let me be a housewife, stay-at-home mom, take care of my kids, take care of my home, decorate my home, and not be forced to go to work, then I need to look for that man. But if I attract the man and I like him, but he says, I don't want to be provider, I want equality, I want you to work, I want me to work, I want 50-50, I will say, thank you so much for your attention, I'm no longer interested. I will not prove myself. This is my blood. I am traditional, is in my blood. You are not going to change me and I'm not going to change you. So we better part ways. I do not believe in equality, because how can I, a more superior being, be equal to you? How are we equal? Can you give birth? Are we equal? No, I can give birth. I'm superior than you. Why would I lower my value? I'm not equal to you. I am not arrogant, I'm more than you. I have my own role, you have your own role. Gender roles are incredibly important. And there is some kind of magnetic attraction that you see in the couples where they're actually playing their gender roles. There's something incredibly beautiful in that. Because he's in his masculine, she's in her divine feminine, and they meet and it just works. So now let's just summarize again everything that we discussed. Do men have to provide? They must provide. They should pay for us. The question is not about must, should, or have to. We need to release that. That is a very low conscious type of questions we can ask. We need to be more aware and understand that, you know what, we are bigger than that. We need to look at this subject a bit different and a bit deeper. So number one, we need to realize that nobody owes us anything, and we do not own anything to anyone else. Well, they don't own us, we don't own them, and they do not have to give us anything, and we don't have to give them anything. If we give our time or our smile or our company, that is from a free will, and the same we expect from them. If they give to us, we just take it as a compliment, we receive with a gratitude. Gifts, restaurants, we receive with a gratitude, but we do not beat any man, forcing him to give us something that he doesn't want to give. Number two, we learn to understand that we need to determine what type of man we're looking for. When we understand what we're looking for, we need to understand what type of woman that type of man is seeking. We become that woman and we attract that man, but we do not change our mind, change the direction. If we are on a plane and we are going to Hawaii to have fun, we are ready, the outfit is ready, hair, flower, then we are not going to the airport and getting to the flight to Michigan. We are not doing that because it's a completely different destination. So whatever man you want to choose to have in your life, you choose it, and do not let anybody to stray you. Keep your goal on a focus. This is, I will marry a millionaire, or I will be in a relationship with only executive. I want a relationship with a true businessman, successful businessman. That's it. I have decided that is set on stone, and I'm not going to change my mind. And third of all, it's more about the dignity, realizing that there is a masculine and a feminine energy in the world, and this is more like a soft approach to life. Stop controlling and forcing and explaining yourself. Let it be easy, let it be very light, let it be fun, and let the dating be right for you. If you feel that your intuition is saying this is not for me, let it go. Other men are waiting for you. Just believe in love. You deserve the best in a relationship for you. You deserve the best loving marriage, the best loving and happy kids around you. Whatever you want exists. Just believe in it and follow that. And do not pressure anyone to give you anything or be someone that they're not. Let it be easy. Let it be light, fun, and playful. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today and enjoy your life.